I am your father.
Hello, my name is Voya and welcome to my deep guide, and in today's video it's here, the Palma 2 Pro, the first look video on my deep guide. I have the white version here that Boox has sent to me, along with the cover case that you've seen in the intro, and the pen that nobody has mentioned that they've actually redesigned and addressed some of the issues of the pen. Mainly the nibs are now completely new, and yeah, the build quality seems to be better than before. Most importantly, this nib is no longer 100 gajillion miles wide, and it's not made out of the slipperiest, most hardest, awful, god-awful plastic that it was from before. Instead, it actually has this kind of nib that basically has no design. It's just a nib, but hey, it fits properly in there. It slots nicely. And most importantly, it actually feels good. It's not super slippery, and it feels quite okay. It's soft on impact. It has a nice type of friction against the screen that doesn't have any kind of paper-like structure to it. So this is, as you can see with the reflections, very smooth. It diffuses the reflections quite well, but it's not paper-like at all, and still this feels pretty much okay. And it's narrower, so there is hope for this pen that maybe it actually works better with the Palma 2 Pro. Other than that, the design of Palma 2 Pro is exactly the same as the Palma 2 and Palma 1. Nothing has changed. The only thing that has changed is that here you will now have a SIM card slot, because Palma 2 Pro supports SIM, but only for internet. So you can't use your cellular network's phone features such as SMS, MMS, and phone calls, but you can use data connection. And if you have your SIM card with a data plan and you're using a different type of an app for talking, which quite a lot of people do, then it can double up to a degree as a smartphone-ish kind of a device with the Kaleido 3-panel color eInk panel. All right, I got one of the SIM cards that I regularly use. Well, this one is actually dual SIM slot, so it can be either SIM 1 or micro SD card slot, and here is going to be your SIM 2. So, SIM card into the SIM slot 2. Let's put it in, and let's power on and see what we get. All right, so we go through the regular onboarding process. There's something kind of wrong with the sliding thing, because here I navigate to O, right? And then I should just be able to swipe up, and you can see that it's doing very strange things, because the swiping, swipe down works. Swipe up is very buggy. I don't know if that's just my unit, but yeah, swipe down works. Swipe up, all the way up. Trying to select Norway. That's all I'm trying to do. There we go, okay. Auto sleep, let's do 10 minutes. And we're gonna do gestures later on. Let's see, connect the stylus. So make sure your pen is charged. Well, how do I connect the stylus? Maybe the pen is not charged. I'm gonna be skipping this for now. And we have the, quick setup is there with the navigation ball right smack on top of your app icons. Excellent stuff. So let's turn that off and let's see what the front light is like. So we have soft, custom, automatic. For now, I'm gonna turn it off. I just want to double check one thing. Oh no. Why is it so difficult to have the same amount of increments for the intensity off? The new thing is that I do have a signal bar here, which is pretty cool. However, it didn't ask me for a PIN code for my SIM card, which I find a little bit unusual. Let's see if we have internet. And let's see if we can go to Boox homepage. No connection, no internet. Okay. Oh, mobile data can be only on one? I guess I have to put the SIM card in slot 1. All right, so I've put the SIM card in slot 1, of course powered off the device, put the SIM card in, powered it on. It went through the whole logo thing and now I'm presented with just this. And I thought that it was like totally dead, but if I press and hold, I do get the power off restart menu. And if I just press it once, I get the sleep thing. But if I try to wake it up again, well, then it just blinks around and does this. And you can actually swipe down and have this happening. And in mobile data, I have this, but I don't understand what is happening. So let's try a restart and see if that does anything. Nope. It's exactly the same type of behavior. Oh, there we go. So now it's doing this. Okay, so it's still starting. That's good. And, oh, finally. Oh. But wait, what? So how can I unlock my SIM when this doesn't work? I mean, there we go. Okay, let's try now. No, it won't unlock. And I tried only twice now. I'm not gonna risk locking and blocking my SIM card for this thing, because this is not how it's supposed to work. That is not normal. Well, okay, so it unlocked. I got 5G and I got data. What is going on here? Yes, and now I am online and it's actually using the data. This is such a terrible first experience to unlock things because it just seems terrible. Let's see if it has an update. If it does have an update, I'll update via Wi-Fi. Yeah, it has an update. Maybe it gets better after the update. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually go on Wi-Fi, download the update, update it, and restart and see if we get to have a better first power-up experience with the SIM card. All right, so it updated, it restarted, it had the blank screen for a while. I didn't touch it at all. Then it started blinking all over the place. Then this started to appear, started to blink, 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 blink. And now we have the SIM pin for the card. So let's see if this works. Okay, well, the good thing is that the user interface has been improved already now with the thing. So I'm led to believe, yes, this is better. Let's try, just for clarity's sake, let's disable Wi-Fi here fully. And let's do a full-on restart and see how does the power-up procedure looks like if it's back to normal. Yeah, there we go. So that is what I was expecting. We have some kind of flickering here, but this is far more normal. and now we're on and we have data communication, and just to verify, and there we go. So that seems to be working okay. There's something strange with the touch on this unit. It keeps, it just keeps doing things that I'm not entirely sure that it should be doing. I get strange mispresses, but so far the update has definitely fixed the sim issue that I've had. All right, so first things first, I'm gonna try and call this number and see if indeed it doesn't work as a phone. So let's see, and what do I actually get when I try to call this? Do I get a busy signal or what? Okay, it's kind of odd. You don't get to hear anything. There's no ringing, there's no busy signal or anything. So it's just silence for the duration of what would normally be the ring time before the voice message service picks up. And it did pick up. So that's what happens with that. So that means that SMS and MMS, there's no point in trying. It will not work. So nope, it doesn't work like a phone, but you do get data coverage via your SIM card, which in many cases may be all that you're looking for anyway. All right, so let's go to the library, the directory options, and I'm just going to add the documents folder because I've already transferred a couple of folders here for regular testing. As expected, it's going to be quite small and quite difficult to kind of navigate, but we do have auto rotation. So if we auto rotate, and we go back to the document and we switch over to here, let's do fit to width. Oh no. The problem is that this one is using the OS 4.1 and I think it's zoom mode. Yeah, there we go, fit to width. They've changed everything arbitrarily, so now it's a little bit more difficult to find things. But all right, so we got fit to width and it slides down the page and you can just read it that way if that's something that you want. Here I want to test out something that can maybe make things a lot better, and that is if we go to layout, and I think it's extract text. So now it should be doing PDF reflow, and I should have additional settings for reflow, and we can scale the font somewhat up, and we go OK. That's a bit too much, a little bit less. There we go. And you get to have your PDF reflowed in a good fashion. And should you want to change that, we can increase the size of the text even further. And then, you can read the document in this format. This is something that the Remarkable Paper Pro Move lacks. So this is exactly what I was talking about that is needed, type of functionality that's absolutely necessary for this format 916 to actually work. Because naturally this will work perfectly normally with EPUBs, because EPUBs are that type of a format to begin with. But the problem is always with PDFs, not so on the Palma 2 Pro, thanks to the reflow feature of the Neo reader, and this really works well. So it's quite a bit of a difference from this to the other one that we've just had. Makes it from unusable to perfectly usable. All right, let's check out the quality of rendering and deghosting. We do have the ghosting issues here, but they are not catastrophic considering that this is the most difficult section here that you can have. Rendering of the images is quite okay. The problem that we do have is, of course, the nature of the format itself. So we can try and mitigate that a little bit with fit to width. So that is going to try and get the maximum out of this document, but you will have that problem with the orientation. However, you can always switch to horizontal, but for these types of purposes, this is not gonna work that well. So yeah, some compromises will have to be made. And while the reflow functions works perfectly fine and really, really good for regular PDF text documents, if you're dealing with an image-based document such as this one, there's not really that much that you can do, and you will have to accept some compromises. The good thing is that you do have, oh, that was supposed to be pinched to zoom, but it was a blinking bonanza. There we go. Now it's starting to work. Was something strange. So yeah, what I was about to say is that you do have functionality to zoom in on the section that you want, and then you can zoom out to the whole thing and then continue reading, etc., etc. Let's see what's the maximum here. Oh my god, yes, they fixed it in the update. Yay, now it is 3232. So I'm just gonna leave the maximum front light here to kind of help out the screen, and that you can see how it looks like when it's a little bit brighter. Even in these bright conditions, this is a Kaleido screen, so yeah, the front light will be a helpful kind of thing for the colors. But overall, very nice rendering, very nice precision, and so far it seems to be working quite nice. Refresh setting speed, and let's see here. So yeah, it's much quicker, and we get the BSR to work its thing. You can see how it's kind of doing some kind of little sectional deghosting and clearing. So yeah, this works, and it allows you to go through things fairly quickly. For me personally, I prefer, for these types of things, the Regal mode, simply because it gives a much nicer image quality overall. In the meantime, the pen has charged fully, so what I'm going to try now is to enable it. So I should be able to go here and find stylus. Yes. Do you want to display handwriting functions? Confirm. Yes. So I'm going to, there we go. It's connected. So we are updated, and we should be able to have access to notes. There we go. The notes are there. Let me just see, do we have room enough for the fifth one? Yes, so we can just put in notes down there, and then we have notes. I just want to create another notebook, and I want to do handwritten notes, because what I'm looking for, what? Dot matrix and grids, no lines. Why? All right, well then grids. So we're gonna use this, and I'm gonna use a black color, and I'm gonna use the fountain pen at 0.5 millimeters. And let's see what the writing experience is like with the new pen, with the new nib, most importantly, on the Palma 2 Pro. Well, okay, so the writing feel is definitely improved a lot when compared to the Go 7 and the previous iteration of this pen. The precision is better than what we've had before, and the writing feel is no longer super glassy, slippery, hard, and just awful attack on all of your senses. So this comes from the Go 7 and the old pen's unusable category to actually usable category on the Palma 2 Pro and this pen. However, how does this compare to other devices? Well, most notably to the Remarkable Paper Pro Move. Well, Remarkable Paper Pro Move, I mean, destroys this completely out of the water as far as the writing feel goes, as far as the feedback goes, as far as the speed goes, as far as everything goes. It's a superior experience in every possible fashion. And that's an apples to apples type of a comparison, because both are small, kind of smartphone-ish type of format devices, 9/16, and both are using an active stylus. How does this feel compared to current contemporary EMR devices and styluses? This is subpar, absolutely. So it's not a great writing experience, but it is usable. And that is a big step to come forward from the writing experience that we've had with the pen that looked the same like this one and that went with the Go 7. Those are unusable writing experiences. Same as, for example, Kobo devices, Kobo Sage, Kobo Libra 2, or Libra Color was it? Those are all unusable categories for writing. This is not terribly pleasant, it's not terribly great, but usable. Lastly, we have to address the cover. So let's zoom out a little bit. And the cover that you get is, well, there's no other words for it. It's a mess and a very strange thing. So it actually comes as a two-piece, and it consists out of this kind of cover section and the soft covering there, which has a magnet. In theory, it's a bad idea. In practice, it's even worse. This silicone-ish kind of cover thing is fine. It will protect your device a little bit, but usually these types of covers solve this by adding a little bit more of a protrusion here on the corners to strengthen the corners and to allow that the, face falls or face plants of your device protect the screen somewhat, which is very much important on this device as well. So this in itself works well. The buttons are covered fine and it's exposed. Where you need the fingerprint reader, that's exposed. You have opening for the speaker, opening for the mic, USB-C, buttons here. So everything is perfectly fine and works okay and looks nice, pleasant to the touch. All of the things are good. So how is this supposed to work? Well, you've seen in the intro. It's supposed to come here, put it there, and there you go. Hey presto, design done, right? So it covers your screen. Well, yes, until you actually flip it open to use it. And again, it's really good because it has auto wake feature. But now, when you are about to close the flippo cover, what is the action that you do? Well, you want to move this one and unstick it, right? So that one is held by the magnet of the flap, and all of this is held by this small magnet here. So what happens when I pull it is I take the whole flap off. No matter what I do, however I choose to do it, the only thing that happens in that position, there we go, unless I'm really careful and deliberate, then I may have a chance of actually unsticking it. So this is the natural type of thing that you use for these types of covers on a smartphone, and this is a natural type of action that you would do on a cover of this type. However, here you will just end with the cover in your hand, and when you're outside on a rainy day or even regular day, that may not be the best situation to find yourself in. Furthermore, this doesn't hold your phone properly. Just even basic kind of movement, it's just gonna fall. Same as, just falling out from the side. Bumper cover is fine and it works well for the device. This thing, it doesn't work. And to top it all off, you do have the flap and it doesn't accommodate for the pen. So where are you gonna put that pen? Well, the only place where you can effectively put it is there, or maybe here, but it doesn't really hold that well. So the only place where it actually holds good, like really good, you can shake it all the way, it's really firm, is right there. Actually, you can almost lift the entire thing. That's how good of a magnet it is. So you can have a package like this, but it's a little bit awkward. Well, so Palma 2 Pro, it's It's a strange one, I tell ya. I think it has like a lot of potential to be an excellent little device. Like, let's forget about these things. I mean, it's unfortunate, but this is not a deal breaker. I mean, it would have been great if it was better, but it's not. Hopefully we'll get, like, you know, if it's a popular enough device and it's the same type of housing, so maybe you have a third party type of a cover or a flipbook cover that works better, that's going to be compatible with this as well. But what matters is basically on the inside and the ability to actually have the color screen, BSR, mobile data on the go, and that basically completes the package that is the Palma. This is what I think it should have been in the first place. The only thing that I'm kind of missing is that I wish they had a black and white version as well, so that users can choose between a black and white version and this one too. And if they were really so inclined, they could have went the Kindle Scribe section and offer a monochromatic without the front light version as well. That would minimize the distance even further for those who don't want that, and it would improve the battery life as well. But overall, even though this is most definitely not a device for me and it's not something that I would gravitate towards, I can easily see this becoming a very, very popular device for a lot of people, especially taking into consideration that now the writing portion of the experience, albeit not perfect, and please do know that it's not that great, but it's something that you can actually use. So when you pair all of that together, front light, color, mobile format, data SIM or mobile data communication or internet on the go, having a hotspot from it, if that's what you choose, a pen, all of that kind of stuff, that amounts to a lot. Really, really a lot in a very, very small package. The additional unfortunate thing is that this is a new device and it comes with the Boox OS 4.1, which is a smorgasbord of a mess. Overall, the user interface and user experience of a Boox device on a small device like this could be a deterrent, a very, very real deterrent for newcomers that are not used to Boox shenanigans. And that may prove to be the Achilles heel of this device. We shall see. But first impressions, very promising device, perfectly capable, really, really powerful, and yeah, all-encompassing package in a very, very dated but small and portable form factor. Oh, and apropos portable, it's not IP certified, not waterproof or rainproof. That's not great either. What do you think about Palma 2 Pro? What's your first impression, and what are the things that you like about it, things that you don't like about it, etc., etc.? Please do let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you in the next video. Bye.